Hello everybody, it's Nym and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is the first time that you're watching. If it is, consider subscribing, and if you are a long-term watcher and you're not yet subscribed, why not? I'm amazing, subscribe to the channel, it really helps the channel out. Just move my cat out of the way before he starts meowing in the mic. So today we are back with a speed build, and we haven't done one of these in a long while. My apologies for that. If you watch my earlier videos, you'll know why, but I won't go into a lot of detail about that. So today we are back with a speed build. Now this is actually a build that I built a long time ago, I'm afraid. It was around the time when I did a community zoo with Ravenscar's Discord. Some of you might know him, perhaps not. Anyways, he took some time off of Discord for personal reasons, and that left the community zoo kind of there. So I don't really know if it's finished or not, but I don't think anyone's going to continue with it. So I'm feeling free to post this video now. And today we're doing a bit of a task because no one wanted to build the entrance of the community zoo. And I was like, you know what? I am going to do this great assignment and I will build the entrance. Now, as you know, I am not very good at building entrances. You can just look at my other zoos and be like, yeah, Nym, you are not really a good entrance builder. I know that, but I really outdid myself this time, okay? Just bear with me, because right now it doesn't look so good, but it will look a lot better in the end when I'm done. And I wanted to make it look like a really realistic look, because I was one of the last people to actually build in this zoo. So I saw all the other creators, I was like, wow, you guys really put an effort in. I have to step up my game. I have to like be my best A game and even beyond and above that, because I could not have like this awful entrance in this amazing zoo. So today we are building an amazing entrance, and I thought of everything. Like all the little details I think are there. In a minute, we're actually going to build a coat rack area, but we'll get to that when we get there. But you can see I put like these little borders across the window because I don't know what to call that in English. But you do have those around windows, usually made out of wood. You know, those things, you all have them in the windows. And here we are making this little coat area. I'm actually really happy that I made this. Like when I built this, I haven't been to a zoo like for a very long time. Luckily, I still remembered some things of how it was. And actually I got some inspiration also from a few of the museums that I went to. So here we are building this old-fashioned coat place thingy. Trying to get the thing because it was stuck in the wall. There we go. So yeah, I even gave it numbers because you know you need to remember where you put your jacket and your bag to be like, oh yeah, I have number 12. And then you can go to number 12 and get your jacket and your coat and your backpack. Also, sometimes the zoom is a little bit weird because I was very busy with other things as well. And here we're making this little bit of a planter. And when I say busy with other things, I meant like I wanted to be cohesive with the rest of the zoo. So I kept zooming out and rotating to see, okay, is it still cohesive with the rest of the zoo? Does it match? But anyways, here we are building this little planter. And I just feel like this is absolutely amazing. We are having this little mix of desert plants because obviously, I didn't say that, but this zoo is based in the desert. So obviously I want to have some desert vegetation there. And now in the desert, I've never actually been to a desert, so I wouldn't know, but I've seen on TV there's a lot of sand and not a lot of plants. Like sometimes you have an oasis and there's a lot of green there, and that's about it. I love nature. I love building landscapes. I love building naturescapes. So, you know, I kind of had to do a lot of that just because I want it to look pretty, and I don't really know how to make a desert area look good. Other than, oh yeah, I'll use rocks. That's like my go-to thing. And then I'm just like, yeah, some cacti. And then I'm out of inspiration. And obviously you can't have that, so. Moving on for that, here we are going to have the tickets, where you can buy the tickets and, you know, the zoo tours and all that stuff. So we have 4 information desks. I say 4 information desks, perhaps only 1 information desk, a merch, and food. I don't really remember. See, that's the problem with doing these voiceovers a very long time after you've actually built the build. You don't really know what you're doing anymore. And like I edited this all like I think half a year ago. Well, half a year, maybe a little bit overreacting. In June. Ooh, that is actually half a year ago. Almost. Yikes. Anyway, so I edited this in June, and now it's November that I'm doing the voiceover, and I believe the end of November, early December is that it's going up in the channel. Yikes. Yeah, that's actually a long time ago. Mental notes to self, next time, please just start on time and do the voiceover as well on time. But oh well. I actually, in the end, I really like this entrance. I'm not gonna show you guys the entire roof bit because that was insane. I didn't like the roof bit, it was just crazy. And I don't really like building roofs because I'm not that good at it. But I do have to say, like, each time you build something you're not that familiar with and it's kind of scary to build, it also, you know, it's a challenge and it learns you to think out of the box and think, like, I don't know, think differently. And it also teaches you different things. Like, for instance, this little naturescape in between the ticket booths. I personally love that. I feel like it's really refreshing and I haven't seen a lot of people do that. My apologies if there are a lot of people in the comments like, well, I always do that. Well, I'm sorry. I've never really seen people doing that, but I really love the idea of just doing it. And then, of course, knowing me, I over-nature it because I love nature so much. I just put way too much nature in there. But whatever. So here we are building this fountain. And this fountain is, you know, supposed to be the centerpiece. And I was like, well, maybe that's a little bit too big. So we're going for this medium... Oh, we're not going for the medium. For the small fountain thingy of, you know, some wrinkles that we need. But that's not all. This fountain is really the eye catcher of the entire hall here. So in a minute after we've finished doing some actual fountain thingies, you know, I can't remember the English word. But the things that I'm placing right now. The sprinklers. No, not sprinklers. I don't know. Anyways, we are actually going to, you know, make this fountain a little bit nicer with some vegetation, obviously, but also with some rocks into the fountain and some aquatic pack items, because, you know, that's just amazing. You kind of need that. Otherwise, you just have a plain old fountain, and that's kind of boring, if I'm honest. So we don't want a boring fountain. We want something exciting. So we are going to nicing it up with a lot of vegetation, a lot of rocks, a lot of different things that I usually don't do. And I feel like that's part of the thing why I love community zoos. It gives you the ability to think otherwise. That's why I never like going first with zoos, because I'm just stuck with what I think. And when other people go first, you go after other people. You can have like conversations with people about what they want to build. And then you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that's an amazing idea. I'm also gonna do that in my zoo. And it just feels amazing. I mean, I kind of like it. Obviously, this rock thing, I don't think anyone else in the zoo did that. That's just my own imagination. But the cohesivity of plants here, there are a lot of plants that other creators has also used. So, you know, you kind of use those as well. To give it a little bit of a cohesive idea. Not just like, this zone is obviously built by Nym. This zone is obviously built by the Insider. This zone is obviously built by this person. And that zone is built by that person. And I'm doing this all with my hands, but you can't see me. I should really get my webcam fixed. Oh well. That's what I like about it. You learn from each other. And I feel like that's sometimes a bit, I don't want to say not present, but a little bit less in the Planet Zoo community. I feel like, I don't know how to explain that, but I feel like we could be doing more to, you know, connect as one community and really share ideas with each other and, you know, share thoughts and share, you know, tips, tricks, ideas. But that's probably also partly my fault because I'm not really that active within the Discord communities of the Planet Zoo because, you know, I have a full-time job, I have a home, I have a mortgage to pay, and I also do YouTube. Plus I kind of want to have a social life as well, even though, you know, with the whole global pandemic thing, that social life is like down the drain. But you know, like, just for the fun of it, I like to pretend that I have a social life. That's basically it. Okay, like this video if you also pretend to have a social life. Because I can't be the only one that's just pretending. Oh well. So here we are building the top of the entrance, and you can see I did a little bit of the roofing. We are gonna do a complete glass roof. Well, that was the roofing, but I also used the statues. I totally forget that we have those statues every single time, but this time I used them. And now we are heading back outside, and this is what I love to do. This is what I'm good at, like nature and rocks. I love rock work, especially rock work when you first build all the rocks, you group them together and then you put little bushes in them, like I'm doing right now. I absolutely love that. And I love this so much. This is like one of my favorite things about whole Planet Zoo. That's what I also love in Planet Coaster. Coaster building, I'm not that good at it. Haven't done it a lot, but like the theming, love it. Love it. And obviously, you know, we're gonna have to be consistent about the pathing and connect it here. You know, it was quite difficult still, but we managed. I'm just in awe by all these amazing oasis things. Sometimes when I'm in a desert biome, I'm thinking like, am I doing too much? Is there too much cactus here? Are there too many rocks here? Is it too naturey? And then I look at myself and I'm like, well, you know, it's my desert. I can do whatever the heck I want. Plus, you know, I also have a lot of water always in my zoo, so yikes. But like the zoo entrance is not the only thing I built here. I also built a giraffe habitat because I love giraffes. When I was, how old was I? I think I was 9. We had to give like oral reports in school, and I gave one about a giraffe. It's printed in my mind. I got an A for that, so that was pretty cool. And I've always loved giraffes. I mean, they're really pretty and they're very, very tall. Perhaps because I'm not that tall. I'm quite short actually, so perhaps that's why I like them. Oh well. So here we are building the exterior barrier because I don't like working with the gates out of the game. I like working with natural barriers and then using some rocks or, you know, other stuff to just nicen it up a little bit. So here, what I'm trying to do and what I'm succeeding in the end, I'm trying to build like this little, I want to call it a canopy, but that's not a word, like this little shelter, very tall obviously, so the giraffe can go underneath it. And then my initial thought was to have like a hay roof on top of it. That didn't work the way that I wanted it, because I've left it in the video on purpose, because you can see all the pieces of hay that I have, they're not quite fitting. It's just not right. Just, you look at it and you're like, not at all, and that's like really annoying. So in the end I just decided to have it like this, create it into a group and put them like all over the habitat, so they have enough places for shade, because, you know, here in the desert you're gonna need shade, but also because you would have like sleeping areas underneath it, which, you know, I like sleep. As a kid I never liked sleep, but when I'm an adult I'm just like, yes, sleep. Even though I sleep terrible, I sleep like 4 to 5 hours a night. But those hours that I sleep good. Look at this, we're 30 minutes in, we're like almost done. It's been such a long time since I've actually voiced over a speed build. So it's kind of getting used to it again. I don't know if there are any other people that like relate to that. Like you haven't done something in a while and you're like, whoa, okay, I need to totally get into this. Ooh, fun fact. In a week or so, I'm not exactly sure when, but I'm gonna start a franchise zoo. So that's exciting. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys will find it exciting. I'm excited for it anyways. But that's like, this is not the video to talk about my franchise zoo. This is the video to talk about the giraffe habitat. And as you can see here, I was like, well, am I done? I'm not quite done. And then I went totally overboard with all the vegetation. As you can see here, like I put bushes everywhere. Like everywhere in this rock, because was like, yeah, it's a desert, but there's water, so that means it's an oasis, so there should be a lot of vegetation. I kind of went overboard with it. And looking back at it, it probably shouldn't have been this extreme with foliage. But oh well, you never know, you know. It's there and we're just gonna roll with it, it's fine. But yeah, looking back at it, perhaps it's a little bit excessive, especially because it's all right next to the border. It's not like a lot in the back. It's like all where the guests can like directly see it. And perhaps that was one of my ideas back then, but I can't really remember it now. I'm just like, why did I place everything there? That's like really weird. That's so weird. Why did I place all the trees back there? Or like in front? But here comes the fun part. Now we are just copy and pasting some rocks. And I know what you guys are gonna say about copy and pasting, but I actually really like it. Like, it makes it look like a lot more alive, especially once we use the terrain paint then. So we want to use a little bit of a grass, a lot of sand as well, and some rock work, just to make it feel a little bit more, you know, natural, a bit more cohesive. And if you look at it now, it already looks a lot better. Anyways, guys, we're almost at the end of this video. We are just, you know, placing a few more rocks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a while since we did a speed build, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you didn't like it, you can let me know as well. Like, that's fine if you don't like it. You don't have to like everything. But if you do like it, consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and also commenting on the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm, you know, show my video to more of you. And, you know, we get a wider range of people that actually watch my videos, and that'd be amazing. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And, you know, voiceovers are gonna get better the more I do them. Don't worry about that. That's it for now, guys. I hope to see you on the next video on my channel. Bye, guys.